How do you reduce turnover and minimize your churn of sales development reps? Recently, I had the opportunity to read a report that came from InsideSales.com, and in combination with the AISP, Vengreso, and Tenbound, they came up with a report entitled The State of the Sales Development in 2018. One element of that report really caught my attention, and that is the fact that for mid-sized companies, about 28% of their sales development reps will turn in a given time frame. And for large, more transactional companies, about 34% will turn. So I concluded about a third of the sales development sales force, so to speak, will turn in a particular time frame. So how do you counter that? Let me provide you two specific tips. Number one, revamp your hiring practice, okay? And number two, your onboarding and enablement needs to also be revamped. Let's address the first one. There's 4 tips on hiring individuals. Number one, when you hire individuals, look for 4 items: business acumen, sales acumen, check for company DNA to make sure that you have a good cultural fit, and last, consider actually doing a sales assessment. Now, sales acumen. When conducting a sales acumen with your candidate, or interviewing for that, look for a clear understanding of the sales process. What is it to prospect, time management, gaining commitments to next steps, and being able to qualify the prospects and being able to really understand at a high level, conceptually at least, how the sales process works, not only within the company, but also from the customer point of view. The second part is actually business acumen. Situational awareness and how companies operate and what is the organizational structure at a typical company will be something that I'll be looking for a potential candidate. The third item will be company DNA. And when we look at company DNA, we want to look at our company values and ask questions around those company values. Okay, so if one of our values is our customer is first, I'm going to ask some questions around how do you put your customer first. Or if one of our company values is about teamwork, I'm going to ask some questions and asking for specific examples of and signs of teamwork. If our company values are around leadership, I'm going to ask questions around that. Another way to go through a very large number of resumes is actually submit your candidates to a sales assessment. This sales assessment will be able to screen basically some candidates and flag those individuals that will not actually meet your standards, and be able to bring those that meet your standards according to various preset criteria based on the sales assessment that they've done. This is actually successfully used by several companies, so it's something that I will extremely recommend. So in summary, when you hire, develop a hiring process, that is very structured, and keep in mind those 4 items. One, looking for a business acumen, sales acumen, company DNA and cultural fit, and then finally a sales assessment that you can actually perform like a test. And with that, I'd like to leave you with a challenge to review and consider that you are going to lose about 1/3 of your sales development workforce, and there's a way to reduce that to a lower percentage by having a hiring process developed within your company that has those 4 elements. Next time, we will discuss the hiring and onboarding process, which also ensures that your sales development reps will have longer tenure because they have a good solid structure that will ensure that they will be successful. So if you have any questions, Ivan Gomez at Next Stage, on my website www.nextstage.io, and make it a great day, and let's continue to work to enhance the skills of those making the calls.